Hello and welcome to our first Retro Friday. So this is the segment that I'm gonna do like every 2 weeks. To basically play the games from my childhood and probably from your childhood as well. So basically, what the game we're playing today is Mighty Morphin Power Rangers the movie. And I used to play this on the Genesis pretty much when I was 5 years old. I was actually I was a big Power Rangers fan, but that didn't last for long though. So I can't really say that I know a lot from the Power Rangers lore. So it's like I only know about this game to be honest. So let's see. Let's see about that. You know what? Let's just start. Actually, before we even start, so if there's any cutscene, I will go quiet. So if you say anything on the chat, like I'm not ignoring you. I'll just reply to you after the cutscene is done. So let's just start. So there's actually in terms of story, the story like starts from like the introduction of the game. So we will see that. There's a lot. Hey Tanya, how you doing? Uh, oh, you're excited? Yeah, I'm also really excited to play this game as well. You know. Um, so I'll go quiet now because it's like you've got the story going on. All right, let's do this. Let's pick. So then again, we've got another cutscene with story. Alright, let's start with stage 1. Alright, so this game starts you like prompting like what ranger you want to pick. So I'm gonna start with the ladies first. So let's go with Yellow Ranger first. Oh, thank you. There is one thing sad about this, and that's going to be that there's only 5 stages and there's 6 rangers, so there might be one ranger that's going to be left out. And most likely that's going to be the White Ranger. But to compensate with that, there's also stages with Zords, and I'll use the White Ranger Zord twice actually. So it's really oh, okay. So there's like in terms of controls for this game, like you pretty much have the set controls A, B, and C. So B is pretty much the control that you're going to be using more, which is pretty much how you get your punches. And then C, you can use the jump, like I've done here. And if you press B, it pretty much does an attack. And then A gives you this kind of attack that if you do land a hit, like it takes the health away from you. So that's pretty much a move that I'll only use in case of emergency, because it's a good move to use if you're surrounded. And last but not least, each ranger has like a special power. So if you hold B, you can pretty much activate the special power. And like with a Yellow Ranger, you get this kind of like ranged attack. And pretty much the rangers that the rangers that I will use for each stage, I'll pretty much handpick, because I'll think that their special power will be useful in one way or another, like against the boss from each stage. So actually, stage 1 does not have a boss per se. It's probably because they just wanted to introduce you to the game. So they just give you like a bunch of these Oozmen to fight. Alright. So let's just make a sprint. Also, something to take into consideration is the timer as well. So if you run out of time, you don't really die. So what happens is your health starts going down over time, but essentially you should actually finish off the enemies as soon as you can, because it's not worth like taking the risks. There you go. That was a really good occasion to use the A button, because I was just about to get surrounded. All right. Okay, I just got grabbed there. Alright. Yeah, and like one of the reasons I picked the Yellow Ranger for the first stage, like there isn't one, it's just like the other Rangers will be quite useful in their own particular stages, so like the yellow one was kind of left to the first one. There is one thing though, we might see the White Ranger if I lose a credit on the last stage, and that's, I would say like there's a 50% chance of that happening, because you lose a lot of health on the last stage. All right. There's not like in terms of jumps, there's like 3 types of attacks that you can do. Well, I was just about to show, but I'll show it on the next stage. Alright, that was stage 1. Okay, still have the cutscene. Alright. Does each Power Ranger have their own characteristic, like one Ranger has attack up? Not that I know of. I've never noticed like a discrepancy on the health and attacks. I think the only difference is that like down B attack that I just showed. Okay, so second stage, let's get the blue one. So you're going to see like on the Blue Ranger, there's like a different attack, whereas you have like a projectile. The Blue Ranger has like this spinning attack. So that's like one of the ways that they differ from one another. I don't know if their attacks actually do different damage. It might be. Because for example, like the Blue Ranger does have like this spear attack. So this might do like a lot of damage compared to others. So it's just a fact of like paying attention and see what the differences is. Oh, it just turned. And what I was about to show as well, there's also like 3 types of aerial attacks. So you have like the neutral air, which is this one. And it's pretty good, like if you're trying to hit enemies that are like quite like in the air. And also you have this regular kind of like front attack. But you can also do like a back one. And you can hit them, you can hit the enemies like this. So it can be good to like adjust your spacing. Alright. And then you've got these coins that pretty much can give you like score points. But they can like replenish your health and give you credits. And I just got credit over there. But I have to say, like, this game, I'm playing on normal difficulty. And like even on normal, this game is quite straightforward. It's not that difficult, I find. The game that I'm going to play like on the next Retro Friday is going to be really, really tough. But we'll leave that for later. But in terms of like enemy variety, I can't say there is a lot. Like you have different bosses, but in terms of like mobs, like they're all pretty much the same. In each stage really, because it's like from stage 3 you will see new enemies. But these ones for now like Oozmans. Oh, Oozmen. But this spinning attack is actually quite powerful. It does do a lot of damage. Yeah, and also one of the things that you can do as well, you can pretty much throw them against enemies and you're going to be doing a lot of damage. It's kind of like, it's almost like the AoE in this game. Kind of like that. Okay, it's got hit there. Oh, okay. It's turned the wrong way. Alright. It's getting my ass kicked there. Okay, I'm actually taking a lot of damage here. Alright. Yeah, I'm not in a very good position right now. It's like, I was pretty much getting surrounded. Yeah, they just keep respawning, but it's like, I think this is probably the longest segment in this stage. There you go. I'm just like completely throwing them around. Okay. That should be it. Yeah. That's how you know, like in this stage when it's going, because it's like you have 2 cars that pass by. The cars do damage as well, so that's why you should stick like on the curb. Or else you're gonna get hit by them. And enemies do get hit by them as well, if they're not in this like slimy form. Right. Alright. So it's got some health up. Okay. Yeah, that one's dangerous. Like, I should be really careful about this one because he has like this kind of baton. And that pretty much incinerates you. It does quite a bit of damage. Also, one of the things about the cutscenes, it's like, this is probably going to be the first time in my life that I'm actually reading the cutscenes, because as a kid, like, I couldn't really be asked to read them. Because the only thing I wanted to do is just play the game. How did that not hit him? Alright. I'm sure you couldn't read it because they are in English. Yeah, that's also true. But to be honest, I started learning English very, very early in my life. It's like, once I started playing Pokemon on the Game Boy Color, I started like learning English as well because I wanted to understand what was going on in the game. But I mean, as a 5-year-old, like, I didn't have the Game Boy Color at the time. There you go. Alright. I thought I was done with this area, but I'm not. Okay. You can see that I'm pretty much taking damage, like, over time. Oh, there's more. Alright, that should be it. Yeah, this should be like the final segment of the stage. Alright. There you go. Oh, so I thought that would be the last one. Alright. Okay, this one's done. So now is the section where the Zords come into play. So how did you come across this game? Did you buy it? Actually, my parents bought it. I don't even remember. I just remember having it. Alright, so let's go with the Falconzord. Like I said, I'll prioritize using the White Ranger Zords since he's not going to be used that much. Alright. So in terms of gameplay with the Zords, like, there's only one difference, which is pressing C actually gives you some kind of defense mechanism. So this one gives you a shield, as you can see here. So you don't have the ability to jump. But you can also charge. So this is the equivalent of holding B. And pretty much when you see the Falconzord doing this, I'm just double tapping the D-pad. Yeah, this is definitely the most powerful move of the Falconzord. It's one that you just grab and just throw the Zord around. I'm enjoying the music. The music is really good in this game, I have to say. Like in terms of sound, like the sound quality in this game is top notch. And I think that's one of the very good things about the Mega Drive or the Genesis. It's like the sound chip that they came with was pretty good for, like, you know, 16-bit. Alright, let's grab it again. Yeah, I was hoping I'd be able to hit it, but I don't mind just doing this. Alright, he ended up just... He's just spamming it. Yeah, I'm just gonna try to drag it more here. Because, like, I don't want to fight him too much, like, on the edge of the map. Oh. So... Nice. Alright, just need one more hit. I was kind of like charging my shots. It didn't work. Okay, this is the end of him. Alright. I think this is like the coolest looking Zord as well. I really like the Falconzord visually. It's really good. Alright, so for stage 3 I'm gonna pick up the Pink Ranger. And basically the reason I'm doing that is that basically her down B is really useful. It's really useful for the boss in this stage. So the Green Ranger became white. Well, apparently. Like I said, I don't know much of the Power Ranger lore. Despite like being a really... like I was a big fan of Power Rangers, but like for a very short while. And this was like when I was 5. But the thing is, like, even though I like, I'm not gonna say I lost interest in Power Rangers. Like, I kept playing this game as I grew up because I enjoyed it that much. And as you can see here, like the enemies also changed. And this is the power from the Pink Ranger, which I think it's, in my opinion, I think it's the best projectile like in the game. Because both the black and the yellow Rangers do have projectiles, but they only hit one enemy at once. Whereas the pink one can actually hit multiple enemies. And that's really useful. Alright. And also you can use these barrels to throw it at enemies. I really like having fun with them, to be honest. I just throw them around. It's just satisfying to hit them with these. Yeah, they do have like a limited use though, and they just despawn. But I normally just carry them. There you go. Yeah, in terms of HP, like, these enemies like are quite weak. I need to grab this coin. She's OP. Yeah, she's pretty good. Alright. And even with enemies, they have like this period of iframes as well. So you need to kind of guess when they're not immune anymore. Alright, that one's gone. And you've got this boss as well. How did that not hit her? There you go. Ooh, they look so weird. Well, it's because they are. I don't even know what these creatures are, to be honest. It's gonna carry this. Alright, that's gone. So this is the reason that I picked the Pink Ranger. It's because now you need to face like these 3 bosses that were kind of like showing up on the stage. And the fact is, like, if you can line them up, you can pretty much hit them. They're not very easy to hit even then, but having the opportunity to do so is quite useful. Alright, so I'm just getting surrounded. The thing is, I should try to get them in one side. Alright. Oh my. Completely missing. Okay, I think that one. Okay, the one that I was hoping would go, because she only has such tiny HP. Okay, that one's gone. Okay, I think those were 2 of them gone. Alright, so now it should be easier. Because the problem is, like, when they start outnumbering you, it's quite hard to, like, get away. Okay, just one hit. There you go. Done. Okay. This one was actually tougher than what I was expecting. Thank you. Alright, so now you can actually pick up the Tigerzord. And it's like out of the Megazords, this one's also like one of my favorites. Oh yeah, epilepsy warning. It's like whenever you see a Megazord like cutscene, do close your eyes if you suffer from epilepsy, because there are some flashing images. I do apologize for not saying that earlier. Okay. So, basically for this Zord, fight, they pretty much pick up the bosses from the last stage and they just make them groan. I mean, kind of like the actual show, so now you have to face them with a Megazord. There you go. And you can also do this. But I don't know why, with these bosses it's not easy to hit with projectiles for some reason. Alright, we got one. That one's gone as well. There you go. So Transformers. Yeah, you could say that. I don't know which one came first, to be honest, because I think the Transformers franchise is also quite old, you know. It's just became popular with the Hollywood movies, but the Transformers have existed like way like before the movies did. Okay. I'm actually in trouble right now. I need to finish this one off. Okay, almost done. Alright. On to stage 4. Okay, so for stage 4, I'm going with the Red Ranger. Then again, also because of the boss. And I think actually this one is probably my favorite stage in the game. And it's mostly because of the music. And there's also one thing about this stage as well, is like some of these like rocks actually have entrances. So you need to break the rocks to access them. Okay, Tanya. So in terms of like the red's power is pretty much this one. You get this kind of like it's a pretty good spacing tool, so he kind of hits like with his sword, and he does like an upward charge. And here's one of the rocks that I was just talking about, and you can break them. So you can break them and you can also enter them, like what I've done here. And this gives you access to like a different part of the stage. I don't know why they've done this, because it's like I don't think you unlock anything special. Maybe if you're trying to like increase your score, this might give you like additional enemies. Alright. Yeah, because this one actually spawns a few coins as well. Okay. And that should be... Okay. Okay, I thought that was it, but there's quite a few. I just got kicked. Got there. Doing laundry on the Friday night. Oh my. You know, it's Retro Friday, not Laundry Friday. Okay, there's more. That should be it. I'm just running out of time right now, but I think this should be the end of it. There you go. I do it so they'll... Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, of course. Why couldn't I grab that coin? That's weird. Okay, so you also have this rock right here. This takes you to like a bonus stage where you can actually fight Zed's hand. So weird. Oh man. And it's like you need to avoid this. I think there's also a limited amount of time that you can do this. I'm just gonna try. Okay. I didn't get it, I think. Okay, let's try again. I think that should be it. There you go. And it's like I don't really see the point in doing this because you don't get anything, but it's just there. So why not? Like I said, like if we're going for the score, I think that's probably why you need to find these things. Yeah, the thing with the Red Ranger, like, it was my favorite Ranger when I was a kid. So, my grandmother actually bought me a figurine of him. Like, pretty much like, almost the size of my head. It was actually quite a decent size. And the thing is, like, this figurine had like a button in the back. And if you press the button, it would pretty much make a kick. So there was some kind of like spring that would make the Ranger kick. So that was once like I actually used that button to kick my grandmother's head. I'm sure she like regretted buying that thing for me. But that was quite funny. I'll probably still have it like back home. Need to find it. And I mean, one of the reasons that I actually picked the Red Ranger is like this boss Golda is a lot in the air, so you can pretty much use the sword to kind of like get him out of it. So it's like in terms of aerial reach, the Red Ranger is pretty good. I was trying to time it there. How did he get me? That's like... Yeah, he can also block your attacks. Alright, he's gone. So this is it for stage 4. Alright, so this time I'm actually going with the Thunder Megazord, just to show off the different character. Then again, flashing images coming. Alright, and guess what? We need to face Golda as a Zord. And unlike the white Zord, you don't get the projectile if you hold B, but you get like this kind of sword swing. Well, it's not low. He just has like 3 health bars instead, as you'll see. Well, he just stood there. That was... Oh, I was trying to get him. Okay, actually, he got me there. I was silly. Come on. Yeah, I'm getting my ass kicked here. And that's the problem with like with the Zord, is like if Golda actually goes into the air, it's like I don't have any means of actually getting him. Like at this height it's fine, but if he goes like further above, there's no way for me to get him. Oh, I was kind of blocking. Oh, I was trying to get him. Okay. I'm not in a good spot right now because I'm kind of like running out of time. But the good news is I don't need to get all of the health bar. Because he's not going to go. He's not going to die from this fight. So. Is this it? Yeah, yes it is. Okay. Indeed, that's weird, isn't it? Probably some Power Ranger logic. Power Ranger logic. Okay. So for this one, we're going with the Black Ranger. And I just have to say, for stage 5, the weather is going to be quite explosive. You'll see in a bit why. And guess who's back? It's Goldar again. And we're gonna have to fight him once again. And this is the power from the Black Ranger. He has like this massive gun. And for this fight, it's good because you can actually take advantage of it to shoot Goldar down. There you go, like this. He's like those persistent. Yeah, I know, right? You still need. You're still gonna see like the best part about Goldar. He's gone again. And this is why the weather is going to be explosive. Just look at this. It's just like, you just have like grenades raining down. How does this even work? And this is why I say like, there's a good chance that I might lose a credit here. But the good thing is like, even the enemies also get hit, so. This is when they're wrong in a fight, so they run. That's really funny. Okay, that should be it. Oh my. I have to say, like, so far I've been quite lucky with RNG when it comes to grenades, because I think that they're taking a lot of enemies down. Yeah, just look at that. It's got like 4 enemies down, like it was nothing. Yeah. Okay, got another credit. Yeah, my health is running low. And then like this is the final phase of the stage. You just need to take this golden statue out. But the problem is like there's grenades falling down. So you need to do this and try not to get hit. And I think this is going to be hit. There you go. So bad news, no White Ranger in this playthrough. Who needs rangers when you got explosives? Exactly. Let's go kick some moose. This is the final boss. So let's go with the Ninja Megazord. I haven't used it before. Flashing images again. Yeah, it's really quick. I do have to say, this boss hits like a truck. So don't be surprised if I actually lose some credits here, because this thing really hits. And this is not the most powerful attack. Alright. Look at that. But even then, like, this is not the worst move. I'm surprised he hasn't done it yet. There you go. Look at this. It's like half a health bar just gone like that. Yeah. Let's see. Oh, okay. I was just about to say, let's see if I'm gonna make this like a 1cc, but I wasn't able to. And that's a shame. Look at this. Spin kick, I want some fruit. Ikarojo, how are you? Flashing images. Forgot to say it again. So right now, like, it just merged with the Falconzord just to come to. I'm guessing this is the moon. But you don't see the Falconzord in the, in the sprite at all, and that's a shame. It would have been nice to see him. And this is my criteria for retro games. Like, as a kid, especially. If the game takes you to space to fight, like, that's a 10 out of 10 game for me. Doesn't matter what game it is. Appreciate the Power Rangers love. Oh yeah, I love this game. Especially when I was a kid, Oh my, this one just... That move just does so much damage. Oh my. I'm gonna lose another credit here. Yeah. I should be fine though. It's like, it's such like it's a bit of a difficulty spike, this boss, because like the rest of the game it's almost a breeze, and this is it. And that's the game. But now it ends with a very funny cutscene. Yeah. Don't go just yet, because there's still a cutscene to watch. Just gonna put my initials here. There you go. And this is how it ends. It's like, there's this random laser beam that just shoots off and just takes the enemy out. Where did that even come from? I didn't watch the movie, so I don't know. Yeah. yeah, and then like in the shows, you had these two idiots. I don't remember their names. I think it's Bulk and Skull. Thanks to random space objects, exactly. It's like, there's no justification for that laser beam at all, I think. And that's the game, you know. This is pretty much it. It's actually quite quick, especially when you have fun. This is a really fun game, I have to say. It's just a shame that there's only like 5 stages and 6 rangers, so I couldn't show off the White Ranger. So this is it. This is it for the first Retro Friday. I hope you enjoyed it. If you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to like, subscribe, and click the bell icon for my next video. If you're on Twitch, don't forget to follow, please. I'll really appreciate that. So this should be it. So do tune in in 2 weeks' time. We're gonna be playing the Avengers in the Sega Genesis. So that's gonna be a lot of fun. I have to say, I already started practicing for that because that game is tough as nails. So I will try to finish that like on the day that I'm streaming. So let's get those fingers crossed, because I'll like over the next 2 weeks I'll practice for that and we'll get that through. So that's it for me today. So let's actually raid someone just before we end the stream. So who do we have to raid? So we have Hatchlord. He was playing oh, thanks Danya. We're gonna raid Hatchlord. He was playing Road Rush, so bless his soul, because that game's also difficult. And that should be it. So thank you very much for watching. I'll catch you on the next stream, which should be Sunday. Thank you Ikarojo for hanging out, and thank you Tanya as well. Thank you Ikarojo, really appreciate it. So I'll see you guys. Goodbye.